Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear students, my name is Asma Sarfraz and I am your science teacher. So before starting the lesson, raise your hand for duas first. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqtatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Allahumma fakihna fid din. Ameen. As you know that we took a start from chapter 4 and we have learned the topic 4.1 that it was about the habitat. We learned in that topic about different habitats of animals and plants. And today we are going to study how animals and plants are interrelated or interdependent. Okay. In this lesson we will learn that how plants and animals in different habitat depend on each other, how they are related to each other. So, open your textbook, page number 73. The topic is how animals and plants are interdependent. First of all, we will see that how animals depend on plants. In this slide, you can see different types of food are prepared in a picture. What do you think? Think of a food that you have eaten in your last meal. What are the source of these foods? For example, you took rice, you took chapatis, roti. From where the food or what is the source of this food? Of course, the plants. So basically, animals depend on the plants for their food. Okay. First of all, animals depend on the plants for their food directly. Okay. But animals depend on the plants indirectly as well. First of all, see that herbivores animals. What are the herbivore animals? Herbivores are the plant eaters. Okay, so the animals who eat plants means grass, leaves, or the plant products like sparrow eats seeds. All these animals and birds that feed on plant that took food from the plant are called herbivore animals. These herbivores depend on the plant for their food directly. For example, you can see that goat, zebra, hen, and sparrow, all these animals and the sparrow, that is a bird, depend on plant for their food. Okay. Whereas the carnivorous animals, what are carnivores? Carnivores are the animals that eat the flesh of other animals. Okay. Simply, we can say that these are the meat eaters. Carnivores eat meat. So, the animals who are carnivores depend on the animals directly, but on the plants indirectly. Okay. Now we will understand this concept with this picture. See that here is a sunlight. Sunlight is a source of energy for the plants. Plants are getting energy from the sunlight. Okay, we have learned this as well, that plants make food in the presence of sunlight. Do you remember it? Yes, plants depends on the sun's energy to make its food. When plant make its food, a zebra that is a herbivore animal feed on plants and gets its energy from plant. Okay, zebra is a herbivore and all other herbivores feed on plant to get energy from the for their life. But if you see a lion here, lion is directly feeding on zebras or other animals. So lion is getting its energy from zebra directly. Okay, concentrate on the word that I'm saying, that lion is feeding on zebra directly. But in this picture you can see the energy of the plant is going inside the body of zebra, and from zebra the same energy is transferring in the body of a lion. So lion is depending on the plant indirectly. Okay, what I'm saying, that a carnivore animal is feeding on the herbivore animal directly, but the sun energy or the plant energy is going inside the lion's body as well. So the carnivorous animals also depends on the plant indirectly. Lion is not eating the grass directly, but the energy of the plant is going inside the body of the lion indirectly. Similarly, you can see here many foods. Some of the foods here came from the plants directly, but some of the food here is prepared by using the meat. So the food that we get from the animals also have the energy of the plant in it. Now come to the next page, that is 74 of your textbook. Here you can see that animals not only depends on the plants for food, but they also get shelter and protection from the plant. How? You can see in these examples that squirrel finds shelter and protection from the tree. You can see here in the picture the squirrel has made a hole inside the tree's trunk and he is living here. Similarly, a bird makes a nest on the tree. You can see in the picture, you have seen the nest of the birds. Similarly, bees make their hives on the trees. In this picture, you can see a honeybee hive is made on the tree. Similarly, the ants live in the tree trunk. So, animals not only get food from the plant, but they also get shelter and protection from the plant. Okay, now come to the textbook page number 74. In what ways do plants depend on animals? It means that how animals are depending, how the plants are depending on the animals. What do you think? Plants get anything from the animal as well? Okay, see, plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So plants do not get food from the animals, they make their own food. But plants get nutrients from the animals. I have told you in the last chapter 3 as well that plants need nutrients as well to grow healthily. So plants make their own food, but for getting the nutrients, they depend on the animal's body. How? Now see, when the animals die, when the animals die, they are decomposed by the decomposers. Their dead body is decomposed by the decomposers, and when the body is decomposed, nutrients are added in the soil, and these nutrients are the simple substances which are added to the soil, and when the plants absorbs the water from the soil, it gets nutrients as well. Okay, listen again, that when the animals die, their body is decomposed or broken down by the help of decomposers. The decomposers decompose the dead body and add the nutrients in the soil. So when a plant absorbs the water through its root from the soil, it gets the nutrients from the soil. So in this way, the animal body is useful for the plant's growth. Okay, in this picture you can see the animal dung, animal waste is also used as a fertilizer. Okay, in Surat Rahman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that wal arda wada'aha lil anam. It means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that He made the earth for His creatures. All the creatures that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made depends on the plant and depend on the products that are grown on the earth for their life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created everything with purpose. They have feelings, they have right to life and protection from all pains and sufferings. And this was all about today's lesson. In this picture, there is a summary of today's lesson that plants make their own food and these herbivore animals depend on the plants directly, and this carnivore animal depend on these herbivores animals. Okay, these carnivore animals eat the animals directly, but they are also getting the energy of the plant but indirectly. Okay, they are not feeding on the plants directly, but they are feeding on the herbivore animals that have eaten the plants. So plants energy is transferring in the carnivorous animals indirectly through the herbivore animal. This was all about today's lesson. Today I'm not going to give you any homework. You have to read these pages from 73 page to 75. Inshallah, tomorrow we will go further, and after that I will give you homework. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.